The Detroit Lions are back at home trying to still get that elusive first win.
Did you realize that you are a champion in their eyes?
Hello everyone, my name is Derek and welcome to the Gridiron Blitz. On this channel we do predominantly Detroit Lions content with some NFL and college live streams as well. So if you decide to subscribe, ring that notification bell and set it to personalized so you only get the content you want. The Detroit Lions are back at home after, a devastating loss to the Minnesota Vikings in US Bank Stadium with a 54-yard kick to end the game as time expired. And with that kick, the Detroit Lions went in the record books again in a negative fashion. They are the first team in NFL history to lose 2 games in a season by 50-plus yard field goals or more with no time on the clock. So another busted record for the Detroit Lions. But on to the next, and we are on week 6. And the Lions are still trying to get their first win of the season. Now let's look at the matchup predictor from ESPN like we always do. So the Detroit Lions have a 43.5% chance to win this game to the Cincinnati Bengals 56.2. Man, Joe Burrow is 104 for 145. That's insane to think he's only missed 31 passes in all season long with 11 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Joe Burrow has thrown for 1,269 yards. Jared Goff, after a good showing before last week, added 2 more touchdowns to his record this week or last week, but he also added an interception as well. Goes 131 for 196 for 1,303 yards. Joe Mixon, leading rusher, 93 carries, 386 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Jamal Williams, not too shabby, 55 carries, 244 yards. This tells you how hard it is to have a 2,000-yard rusher in a season and why it's such a big deal. Receiving yards, look at this. After fooling everyone in the preseason, I'm going to lift it up here. Jamar Chase, 23 receptions, 456 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Leading receiver, DeAndre Swift. Our former leading receiver was TJ Hawkinson. Now it is DeAndre Swift with 29 receptions for 252 yards and 1 touchdown. That is a shame. That just tells you how bad the team is as a whole. Our offensive line, our receiving core, that our running back and tight end before is our leading receiver. Now let's go down to the injury report. Kareem, Carmen, Mixon, and Thomas are all questionable, and Deontay Smith is out. For the Lions, we know that Frank Ragnow has been placed on injured reserve, and there's a possibility, it's an off chance, but that Taylor Decker could come back. Maybe not this week, but we might get him. I'm thinking maybe against the Rams, Eagles, but definitely after the bye week, he'll be back. That's 3 games from now, though. The cornerback, Valentine Williams, the running back, he's been questionable every week. Jamal Williams has been on this report. TJ Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift, same thing with him. And Trey Flowers, after coming back, doing pretty good against the Vikings, he is actually back on a questionable, injury report. So we'll see how that happens. Let's go to some stats here. The Detroit Lions averaged 19.6 yards per game, while the Cincinnati Bengals 22.8. Bengals allowed 20 points per game. The Detroit Lions allowed 27.6. Total yards for the Bengals, 352.8 to 363.6 for the Detroit Lions. Passing yards for the Bengals, 253.8. The Lions, 260.6. Rushing yards, 99 for the Bengals and 103 for the Detroit Lions. Yards allowed, the Detroit Lions did get this number under 400, 399.2 to the Cincinnati Bengals, 370.2. Passing yards allowed, 268.8 for the Bengals to 269.0 for the Detroit Lions. Rushing yards allowed, 130.2 for the Lions and 101 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Last 5 games, the Bengals are 2-3 with that loss coming to Chicago and also to Green Bay in overtime last week. If you take that game away, they lost both their games in the last 5 by a total of 6 points. They really should have beat the Green Bay Packers, honestly. But Joe Burrow, I don't know what he was doing. He threw it to a defender where none of his receivers were near, and he threw an interception, but then it led down to a missed kick. But anyway, it could have been over had he not thrown that interception. The Detroit Lions have lost, no surprise here, their last 5. Now we keep this streak going, man. It's been 5 in this year for the regular season. It was 3 in the preseason, and we ended last season on a 4-game losing streak. So if we add those games up, we are at 5, 3, and 4. So we're at 12 losses. And if you take away the preseason, we're at 9. This will be our 10th loss in a row. The longest record we had was 11, dating back from the end of the 2019 season. We lost our last 8 for the 2019 season, and then our initial 3, I believe, for the 2020 season. So we wind up going on a 11-game losing streak. So this is going to be very tough to shake this thing, man. It's just loss after loss after loss. So with that being said, it's prediction time. And like I told you, no surprise here. I've got the Detroit Lions losing this game. The Bengals are playing really well. If Joe Burrow wasn't going to be on the game, maybe we can win, but we can't stop Joe Mixon. We didn't stop Alexander Madison. He had over 100 yards rushing on us, and I expect Mixon to do the same. The one thing that the Detroit Lions have going for them is being at home. I mean, seriously, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to have to play on the road, and that Detroit crowd is going to be behind their team. They helped them get back in the game against the 49ers, and they also helped them. They only had 2 home games and a devastating loss to the Baltimore Ravens. So expect the Detroit Lions. Here's what I'll say. I'm not going to pick the Lions to win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did win. The crowd is going to be behind them. We're coming off of the devastating loss and the emotional state that Dan Campbell was in. I expect these players to play very hard. This is a coach they want to get behind and really, really root for this guy. Really try to deliver for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if they win with their home crowd behind them and just playing inspired football. If Jared Goff can clean up his turnovers, there is a possibility that the Detroit Lions could win this game, but I am not going to pick them to win this game. Like I said before, the Eagles are a bad football team. They did come back Thursday night and made it a game, but not really. I mean, the 2 of their possessions were helped by 50-plus yard pass interference, and those 2 calls led to touchdown passes. But that's another take for another week. That's maybe the first game I could see the Lions winning, but the Detroit Lions will give it all they have and could pull out the win, but I have the Cincinnati Bengals winning this game. Leave in the comments below, who do you think is going to win this game? Do the Detroit Lions win and finally stop their losing streak of 9 regular season games, or do they drop 10 in a row, just 1 away from tying what we had a year and a half ago? So let me know. Don't forget, a week from today, the Gridiron Blitz will be in Los Angeles. I will be going to the game against the LA Rams. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do an early prediction like this or I'll do one on the road. But I would like to give you guys content every day from Los Angeles, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see. My name is Derek. This is the Gridiron Blitz. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.